Documentary Sex on Wheels alludes to the fact that people with disabilities are humans too. Therefore, they have sexual needs just like anyone else. They are only physically disabled. They are there cognitively, such as someone with a spinal cord injury. Therefore, they still have a sex drive. Another great point made by this documentary is there should be more sex resources and counseling for this population. I want to work for the VA, therefore, these patients will have physical limitations and also will be coming home with new physical limitations. Therefore, the question about when to resume sexual intercourse will come up because sexual intercourse is physical activity. My job is to help these patients recover physically. I personally do not feel like this topic will be uncomfortable for me because of my undergrad career. During my undergrad career, I got a minor in community health, which deals a lot with STDs and sexual intercourse. So I had to take multiple sex courses, along with give a presentation about sex to a high school and to a nursing home. I also worked for an STD clinic during my undergrad career. I think a way to get more comfortable with this topic is to be exposed to it. Exposure is key. The more you talk about something, the more you learn about something, the less awkward it feels to talk about it. I do not agree with the documentary to treat me, you have to know who I am, and the fact that I do not need to know who you're sleeping with or your sexual orientation in order to treat you. Sexual orientation is not important. Let me disclose, let me elaborate on this. Everyone's a human and they all deserve equal care and treatment. It is important to be open though. As a PT, I will come across this population. It is my professional duty to not be judgmental and if they confide in me about anything, even their sexual orientation. I should actually encourage them to speak about it if they bring it up first. I need to be mindful of my tone of voice, my body language, or anything that would give off a negative vibe to these population. Lastly, I should encourage them to talk about this. The American of Psychiatric website states that we live in a dominantly heterosexual world and it is important to understand being lesbian, gay, bi, transsexual is not an illness but their normality. Again, exposure is key. Listening, research on topics such as sexual intercourse, STD, gender identity, and sexual orientation. The more you are exposed to a topic, the more comfortable you become with it. Again, I worked for an STD clinic in my undergrad career. Anyone that came into the clinic, we didn't care who they slept with. They all got the same test. They all got treated the same. So fair treatment is an important key factor. I believe in order to promote fair treatment across the board, training should be implemented on how to treat the lesbian, gay, bi, transgender population. It is important to understand societal stigmatism, prejudice, and discrimination this population endures and educate on how not so much to treat them differently, but how to treat everyone exactly the same.